Welcome to my One Wrench Gang member in the chat. You should have a wrench, babe. Let me know if you don't. I can't see the wrenches from where I'm at on StreamYard, but you should have a wrench. But welcome. It's been a minute. So it's good to see you, on this full moon energy. So, thanks for sharing the time and space, regardless of how long you can stay. Okay. So, but Mark, let me know if you actually do have a wrench, because you should have one now. And if not, I will go handle that. Okay. So I want to talk about, before anyone gets in here, let me see. You do have one. Okay, then all is as it should be. Okay. So, and you know what to do with that wrench, Mark, I'm pretty sure. But most of the time we don't need that, because that's not the energy that we're attracting here. Okay. But I want to talk a little bit about, for some reason, I wrote at the top of my paper, because I really was just coming in, it's the full moon. So happy full moon. Okay. As I'm looking at the clock here, it's 12:34, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which means a steady progression forward, which is good. That's a good sign. Okay. So that we are growing, we are expanding and moving forward. Okay. So always a good sign. Okay. So, okay. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you as well. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. And we're listening. By the way, we are listening to Kaizen Blue. Okay, this particular cut. I think I'm hoping that I have his whole playlist up here. Okay, but this particular song that we're listening to is entitled 4 a.m. Okay, which just happens to be the witching hour. Okay, so you find yourself, you find a lot of synchronicities on this path. Okay. So, but it is what it is. So I was talking about how, I don't know how many of you have seen Harriet. It's like the new movie about Harriet Tubman or whatever. But I just talked about how, like, she reminded me so much of me, the character did, as far as like she had a head injury that left a scar somewhere near her head or whatever, that basically was like that activated, I feel like, her ability to see into other dimensions, or to receive downloads from other dimensions, okay, from higher realms. And this has happened in another couple of movies. I think one was called Unbreakable or something like that. And then it made me think about when I was about 3, and my cousin, because like I said, my uncle owns a construction company. So my cousin, she wasn't much older than me. I was about 3, and she may have been about 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8 at the most. And she was like riding me in the wheelbarrow as like a ride, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on the ride just having so much fun. And when the adults saw that what they were doing, her mother clearly told her to stop doing that because it was dangerous. Her mother and my mom told her to stop doing it, but of course we both wanted to still play because we're children. I probably wanted to play more than she did because I was the one getting the ride. And if you know how a wheelbarrow is shaped, it's shaped like like a pyramid, like a triangle, okay? And so I was at the tip of it, just riding along, just having so much fun. And then I guess she hit a rock, and the wheelbarrow, because of the way it's shaped, it is imbalanced. Okay. And so if something heavy or something happens, it's going to tip towards the heavy end, which is where I was. So basically what ended up happening was I got dumped out of the wheelbarrow, and then I cracked my eye on a rock or something that was in my uncle's backyard. So all I remember about that was that my cousin got whooped. Okay, she got in trouble. We went to the hospital, so I definitely had stitches there. You can still see the scar today over my left eye. I remember only seeing blood, like trying to open my eyes and seeing blood coming down. And other than that, because I don't remember actually getting the stitches, I don't remember anything but coming home and, kind of feeling sorry for my cousin because she got her ass beat and, and whatever. And we were children and it was an experience, you know what I'm saying? But I believe getting cracked, in the head like that may have ignited something, because the way that she gets her, she was getting her visions. And I know that the movie is not 100% telling the story, and the accuracy of the way it works. But I do feel that, you know what I'm saying, that she was being guided, definitely, you know what I'm saying, that she was definitely being guided and receiving intuition because I know, like I said, you can get some sort of injury and that be the catalyst for the awakening of your spiritual gifts. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't, like I said, we really don't know anything. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen What the Bleep Do We Know, you guys should watch it from the beginning to the end if you haven't seen it by now. Okay, so basically, I had Harriet on my mind because I'm like, that was just so similar to my story, and I'm so I feel so connected to her and her mission. Like I feel like I could be Harriet Tubman, reincarnated. It's like, because I really feel compelled to free the minds of the people from the shackles of, the vices of the devil, because the people are the ones who have the power, and that their minds are very powerful. But if they believe that they are supposed to be fed, what they use their mind for, if they're supposed to be controlled in some kind of way, okay, then they're not going to be used. They're, first of all, they're unconscious of the power of their minds. And so when we go to church and we're obedient, we go to school and we just learn what they tell us to learn in a way that they call, what they call learning. When we, what I'm saying, when we interact in any way with the devil's co-workers, we are not getting what we need in order to fully realize who we are in our full power. Okay. And so thank you, babe, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. But you know what I'm saying? So we have to really wake up to who we are and stop being spoon-fed information and spoon-fed illusions by the masses. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, we have to understand that they have an investment in people moving in fear. Okay. And this is not the time to do that. Not at all. Okay. So I was talking about how the soul more fully is ready to like move into your vessel. Okay, so like for me personally, I have been bathing so much it don't even make no sense, but I love it. Like even though I took one tonight, okay, I still want to take another one because they are just so, I don't know, it just does something beautiful for me. Okay, when I make the water so fragrant, and I add my river rocks, my Himalayan pink salt, and I add my Epsom salt, and you know what I'm saying, just the things I put in there and marinate, that self-love thing, you know what I'm saying. This is the girly things that I have loved all my life. If you ask anyone that knows me, you know what I'm saying, it's some part of me that remembers being royal, and that I should be royal. Even, I mean, there's a story that I could tell that, like, when we was broke, okay, and I didn't have any money growing up in Detroit, I might have had $50 to spend, okay, and we were at the mall. And my mom, this time we happened to be at the mall with my mom and stepdad. It was just us. It was just the family. So my mom and my stepdad and me and my brother. So we probably had $50 to spend to buy us a little something in the mall. We wasn't going shopping. We were just at the mall and just hanging out. And of course, I want to, because they always thought that I was, whatever. I was bougie, even though I was broke at the time. And it wasn't that. It's just who I am and who I remember I am in my cells, right? And so I go into the Godiva store, okay, because we're at a mall. Of course, I loved chocolate at the time because, of course, me and my sweets, okay. And I go into the Godiva chocolate store, and I'm looking around. I know it's very expensive, in this particular store, they charge by the pound. And it was like, so I saw these little, I'll never forget it. I saw these little, they were imported from Belgium, okay, and they were some little like seahorses, okay, and they were like swirled with Belgian chocolate. And it may have been Swiss chocolate. I could be wrong about that, but was whatever type of imported chocolate, and like this pineapple swirl that was in there. Okay, so I wanted to buy me a few of those, and they were like, so I asked the woman how much. You know what I'm saying? How much were they? And she was like $25 a pound. Okay. So I was like, I don't care. I still wanted like 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? So when I come out of there and like half my money is gone, of course, my whole entire family is like, you are stupid for spending all your money on this damn chocolate when you could have went to the store and got, you know what I'm saying, a Snickers or whatever, but I'm like, no, I wouldn't have had this though, because this is special. Okay. This is special. And then another thing I remember about that is that I savored the box, okay, that I got those chocolates in, because it was very, it was very special. It was very elegant, and it was very, you know what I'm saying? It was my style. It was on my vibration, okay. And so, even when you're poor and you don't have anything, you don't have much, those little things, like I would save boxes or containers or anything that I thought was special, if it was shiny, if it was glittery, if it looked, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily expensive, but classy, opulent, you know what I'm saying, then I would keep it. And I have another aunt who was like that as well, and I have a lot of her ways, you know what I'm saying. But because when I first saw this particular aunt, she looked so much like my mom that I thought that they were twins, but she was like the flashy version, because my mom is like more no nonsense and more very much organic, and my aunt, she was more the kind to wear makeup and to let her hair grow long. And, because all the women in my family would have extremely long hair if they didn't cut it. Okay. But they cut it. Okay. But she would let hers grow. And she was more, you know what I'm saying? She was more, she came with this air of just elegance. Okay. And so, I have a lot of ways like her, you know what I'm saying? She had that Oshun up in her. And so, but basically, what I want to talk about is, far as us being on the path and what we're doing, And I talked about how the soul is moving into the vessels of a lot of people. It may be making you uncomfortable. We are beginning to have more miraculous and amazing experiences, on our individual paths, and also collectively, and as spirit begins to override the quote unquote personality, which which is basically all ego. Okay, your personality is constructed of the ego, you know what I'm saying, that was built from the experiences that you've had in this lifetime, in this one incarnation, you know what I'm saying. That's what the ego is comprised of. Okay, so it really is unaware of a lot of things. Okay, and so the spirit begins to override that ego, which is, and so basically you find that you naturally become, um because the spirit is overriding this ego personality, which was literally like a created personality, maybe out of necessity due to the environment, but for whatever reason that it was created, it was created. The further you come down this path, your spirit begins to override that. Okay, and so you know what I'm saying, and you begin to your true spiritual nature, because it's literally your own spirit. It is your higher self. When I always talked about the higher non-physical self, okay, the higher non-physical, the larger non-physical part of you, this was what I was talking about. I was talking about your higher self, your spirit, your literal like link to God, okay, is beginning to move into your physical vessel. Okay, so if you haven't been around, you might want to look back at some of the other videos where we talked about some of the symptoms, you know what I'm saying, the way it might feel, the way, what you might experience, you know what I'm saying, and we probably will go back over some of that. But as the spirit begins to override the personality, which is all ego, you will feel, you naturally become who you naturally are, which which will surprisingly be a much more sensual, much more alluring, magnetizing, attractive person to others. Okay, a person who is naturally charismatic, as opposed to the fake personas that narcissists tend to create. Okay, and there's a big difference, because we all know that nobody really falls for the personas that narcs create. We just basically don't say anything about it, because we see it as clear as day. Like, you're telling some fake story or whatever, or you're telling a story that somebody else told you, or you're just flat up lying. I mean, just because we don't tell them that doesn't mean we don't notice it. Okay, but real does definitely recognize real. And so you become just more authentic. Okay, and when you are more authentic, then you are like no one else. You become one of a kind. Okay, you're naturally charismatic, you're naturally creative, you're naturally become sensual. I'm eating. Wait a minute. I'm eating, y'all. I know this is my ghetto snack for the night, but it is Carb Smart. Okay, so it's Breyer's Carb Smart Vanilla, right? But I needed a little bit more flavor than vanilla, so I had some Nesquik powder, the strawberry kind that makes strawberry milk. So I invented some shit, and I sprinkled that over my strawberry Carb Smart ice cream. So I don't feel that guilty, because I know that this powder can't be that many damn carbs. And if it is, so what? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to magically make that shit go away. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It is so good. And it reminds me of some stuff my mom used to make when I was little. But it was chocolate. It was like the vanilla ice cream, but then she would put like these little chocolate balls that were very light. Like it would seem like something like a powder. That shit don't even exist no more. That shit was good as hell. a memory I'll never forget. But anyway, let me take another couple bites because it is delicious. Okay. I get my late night snacks, but I don't feel guilty because I use Carb Smart ice cream, but I'll be using with all kinds of other fattening shit though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, as the spirit begins to override it, you become more of who you really are at the core. You lose your inhibitions. You become more sensual, more sexy, more alluring to other people, more attractive, naturally more charismatic. You're happier, as opposed to, like I said, as opposed to the fake personas that narcs create. Your auric field becomes like a magnet for whatever it is that you choose to attract. Okay. So it's like claiming an innate power that you have. Okay. And due to your vibe being, so comforting, and so fresh, people will naturally be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And so what I mean by fresh is that the way that you move, you know what I'm saying, is one of a kind. You don't deliver, even if it's the same message, you're not delivering it like anyone else. You're delivering it in a way that people can actually relate. They can actually understand. They actually feel connected to the information. They don't feel lost as if someone is just trying to display how intelligent they are, and they really intend to talk over your head or say shit that you don't understand so that they appear, you know what I'm saying, superior. So there's a lot of snakes on this path appearing as butterflies, wanting to be important. But at the end of the day, the truth always comes out, and real recognizes real. I mean, when you learn from a teacher, you have to be honest with yourself about, do I feel that as if I'm being spiritually fed? Am I learning? Am I growing? Am I expanding? Or is this shit that I already knew and I don't see it from am I being is this person helping me to see it from another perspective? Have they helped lift my spirits in any way? Or am I listening to a bunch of gossip and just low vibrating, things that are just kind of not helping me in any kind of way? These are questions you can ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so, because the world is full of that sort of energy as well. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to really evaluate for yourself what is worth your time and your energy and your attention. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that this is where your energy is going to go. Wherever your attention is flowing to, that's wherever your attention goes, that's where your energy is flowing to. And so you have to really decide out of the smorgasbord of things in the world that we have to decide from, being given free will. We have to really mature. We have to grow up. We have to really, be qualified to hold the power that we do hold. Okay? Because a lot of distorted masculine and feminines on this path tend to, misuse this power. I was getting a text message, so I got distracted for a minute. But a lot of people tend to misuse the power because, for whatever reason. Okay. But basically, your larger non-physical part of yourself, okay, your larger than life vibe, to other people will feel like being in the presence of God. Okay, once you have moved further down this path and just really released all of the things that were not conducive and didn't vibrate on this frequency. The more you release that, the more clear you see things, the lighter and the more ease that there is in your life. Okay. But you know, when you're in the presence, or when people will be in the presence of you, because your energy is larger than life, because I've been in the presence of people whose energy is larger than life, yours will be, you know, like I said, because that's the larger non-physical part of you actually fully embodying the body. Like, you know, your spirit is fully within your body. You know, and it's never been that. It's always been you communicating with your spirits, communicating with your body. Okay, so when we talk about our spirits, we still talking about something that can come together as one conglomerate, because they do comprise who you are in the spirit realm. And imagine all of that embodying who you are, and you know, you being able to you being transformed into something completely different. Um, I want to tell a little story about me. Like, all my life, I've known that, because I feel like I have a pretty rich, it's kind of odd, um, bloodline history, you know, because we have a little bit of Asian blood and we have a little bit of Indian. We have Asian blood and Indian blood on one side of my family, okay? And on the other side of my family, all I know is that we have a lot of Indian blood, and I know that we're Black, okay? And so I don't know everything about everything, okay? And so I know, I've always known, I know that that's like a, you know, a spicy and just like kind of a weird too kind of mixture. But I do know that all of these um, cultures are very spiritual. Okay. So me, I feel like I'm the mix of all of them. You know what I'm saying? This is why, like, I really consider myself to be eclectic. Okay. And because I take a little bit from each all, you know what I'm saying? Because my ancestors are from each and all of these, you know, these cultures. And, you know, I was talking about, what story was that? I'm getting ready to tell y'all about my larger non-self physical self being basically, you know, moving into the body. Okay, I got off track with the story, but it'll come back. But basically, what I was saying was that due to the God particles, okay, that have been activated within a lot of you, okay, it's basically like you are allowing yourself to fully merge with your spirit, okay. And so as you fully merge with your spirit, that's the catalyst for the transformation, okay. And it's like a one by one thing, like I said, little lights going on all over the planet. It's like a one by one, you know, like you know, I really felt like, with a couple of my clients, that I really have ignited them, and they are well on their way on their path. Now they still keep in contact with me, you know, and all of that. But you know, it's a beautiful thing to be able to, you know, help them, first of all, just by giving them clarity, you know, because it's not like I'm superior to anybody or anything like that. I mean, they have also opened my eyes to a lot of things, okay. But to be able to be the beacon, because you know, I've been told that I am a beacon of light. So you know, along this path, I light this part of the path for them, and they, you know, as they move forward, you know what I'm saying. So that's basically what I, you know, that what I am. But it's so fulfilling, and you know what I'm saying. I love. It's like I've already been launched into my work. The people come to me that, just like, you know, what movie was that? When the man was, I think it was a baseball field or something, and he could kept hearing God say, "If you build it, they will come." Okay, so I feel like that is basically what's happening with, like, my NoNarcNetwork, with a lot of things, a lot of projects that I have going on, you know, even this channel and my tarot channels and everything like that. I feel like, you know, I just have to do the work first. It's like a training process, you know what I'm saying, into becoming God's co-worker. You know, can you deal with, you know, being going through all the things Napoleon Hill went to get his book published, and taking him 73 years to do it, and I can deal with it because I'm not narcissistic. So it's like, it's not doing nothing to me that right now it seems that I don't get that many views or that many subscriptions, because for one, the devil is a lie. Okay, so I know that what it's not true. Okay, second of all, because first of all, I know my value. I know how many people tell me they subscribe every day, and not one number builds up. Okay, in all these months, and I also saw how a lot of videos were swiped from me from one part of the day. I'm always 5 steps ahead of them because my spirit is always letting me know what's going on. So as long as my videos are still here, you know what I'm saying, they will be seen by who they're supposed to be seen by. You know, I was supposed, it's like a lot of videos that helped me as I was coming down my path were videos that had been left there a long time ago, and some of them I wondered if the people were even still alive. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not about time, you know, and space. It's about divine timing. But, most humans in their imperfections, patience is a virtue, babe. And so if, it's a virtue that I damn sure had to learn. And, those who have that virtue, they are going to know that it's in divine timing that they find whatever information it is that they need, which is why they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Okay. But basically, this at this point in the juncture, it's about us merging our physical bodies, okay, with the God particles, with our higher selves, in order to make this transition into the higher realms. Okay, so again, when you do that, it's a very big energy. Like I will say, my mom is a very short little lady. Like I said, I have some Asian blood. Okay, so most of the people on that side of the family are like, short and, small framed people. They're petite. And so, but her energy is big as hell, though. You know what I'm saying? And so it's about bringing that energy in. Like my mom in spirits, embodies her spirit. And so that's why everybody want to be around my mom. I want to call her mama. Everybody, wants, just naturally wants to call her mama, and they need to be around her, and they can feel that she has healing in her touch. They can feel that. But my mama is not out here, talking about I'm a witch, I'm a healer, I'm none of that. None of my, my grandma and none of my people was out there like that with that. You know what I'm saying? They just knew what they were, and they just lived their lives. You know what I'm saying? And did what they had to do, and they moved when they were told to move by spirit. But you know what I'm saying? They wasn't just out here like, practicing anything and being open about who they are. So I would say that I'm probably one of the first ones on that side of my family. On my other side of my family, on my dad's side, my brothers was telling me about my aunt Leona, who, you know what I'm saying, I feel that I'm very much like her. She did what I do, but I'm sure on a much higher and better level. I've been trying to channel her energy, and that there was a couple of literal witch doctors in that side of my family. You know what I'm saying? So it explained a lot of why I naturally know about herbs and what herbs do. You know what I'm saying? And why I naturally like have a green thumb, because my grandma, you know what I'm saying, on my mama's side, that was her thing. And on both sides of the family, most of the spirituality is on my mother's side of the family. Okay, but both sides got something going on. Okay, so but basically, it's the spirits that are coming in. It's like it is your ancestor, it is your spirit guides, but now they want to come through your body. You know what I'm saying? Because the God particles have been activated within you, and you allowing yourself to fully merge with your spirit. Okay, and so this is the catalyst for transforming the world. person by person, and it's not every person in the world. It's the light workers, who people are actually going to be listening to and watching you go through this transformation, and it will that will act as a catalyst and inspiration, okay, for the people to grow, a catalyst for transforming the world, okay, and the world, as the world is evolving into something more magnificent via, the enlightened beings on the world, these enlightened beings, such as myself, okay, we've exchanged and we've made sacrifices, okay, in order for us to be able to make this shift and be able to hold this window open for some people. We've sacrificed relationships that weren't working. We sacrificed our old selves. We sacrificed being plugged into the matrix. Okay. We sacrificed our repressed pains and traumas from our inner child. We sacrificed some friends and family members. Okay. Some religious practices and some religious cultures that we grew up, you know what I'm saying, as a part of us, okay? We sacrificed a lot of things, okay, for something, that was more appropriate to the frequency that we were moving to. And so this has not been, an easy path for any of us. Welcome, Jeanette. Oh, this is Annette Robinson. Welcome, Annette, babe, to the chat. But I'm talking about, how a lot of us, a lot of us light workers who have been coming down this path or whatever, we have sacrificed a lot and given up a lot. Like, when I, allowed my partner to walk away, um, you know, it wasn't easy at all. And I knew that I was making a sacrifice. I knew that. And I decided that whatever I was sacrificing it for must be worth it, because I knew that my spirits had done this, and I just had to go along with it. So I'm eating, y'all. I was eating, like I said, I'm eating some Carb Smart ice cream, but I'm sprinkling the Nesquik strawberry milk powder shit on there, because y'all know I always got to be extra. So let me see what y'all been saying over here. Okay, so everything is going to be transformed, okay, as we grow, as we rise in vibration. Our entire world, including your physical body, okay, which is already acclimating itself to the higher vibratory energies. It's like the body just naturally knows what to do and when and how it needs to be done, okay, because of course the body was comprised of the earth, okay, and it has the same percentage of water and and matter and all of that as the earth, okay. And so some of us are more intimately connected to the earth than others, but basically the body naturally knows what to do, and what needs to be done in order to be in alignment with the ascension, okay, because it literally was made from the same material as the planet, okay, so it is still connected to the planet, okay. And so this is this is because, again, your physical body is just intimately connected to the earth. So unlike the ascended masters of the old, the ascended masters that came before us, who had to leave their body to ascend, in this process, okay, my loves, the body is basically the vessel that the soul intends to use in which to have the experience, okay, in which to experience the shift. So this is not going to be like the ascension that they had, where they had to die in order to ascend, okay, not at all. Wait a minute, I'm eating some ice cream right quick. It is so good. Mm. Girl, he probably been over there acting a damn fool within the last week or so. But so yeah, our physical bodies, because it is made of the earth, it kind of already knows how to go along with this alignment. So this is why we will have like, sudden diversions to certain things. Okay. Like I used to like shrimp, and now I may be able to force myself to eat some shrimp if it's certain, depends on, like if it's in a dish or prepared in a certain way, or some days I just can't do it. Okay. So there's certain things, we all, and I've noticed that with a lot of people, things that you used to love. You just don't, that's not what you're feeling no more. You're not liking it anymore because you're changing. Okay. We're shifting because your body knows what it needs. So it no longer wants that in its body. You know what I'm saying? And so, because it's aligning with the planet at the core, you know what I'm saying? And so, it basically aligning with the planet at the core of the Milky Way, which is, that's where the unified energy, everything becomes unified at the core of the Milky Way, where you're able to feel that unified field of love and light. Okay. Everything is one big unified fluid of love and light, okay, in which we are all swimming. Okay, and along with that, this with basically, this is the fabric. This is where you meet the fabric of understanding that you really aren't separate from anything, that we truly all are one. Okay, and so this is the level that we're going to. um you know what I'm saying? This is the level that we're going to. Everyone right now is being invigorated. Okay. At a soul level, meaning that, this is why I mean by like start paying attention to your body and the way it feels. I'm not saying you need no serious exercise or eating program, but what I'm saying is understand that your body already knows how to go through this ascension. And so listen to it. If it's telling you to drink more water, drink more water. Because I've been drinking Gatorade, and I know that, I should be drinking whatever. But I'm telling you, I've been drinking Gatorade. I have been drinking water too, but I've been drinking a whole lot of Gatorade these last couple of days. So, do what your body tells you to do, because your body knows the way to the ascension, and you have to be in alignment also physically. Okay, that doesn't mean that you had to have been vegan and all of that. It just means that you just got to be ready for this shift to take place. Okay, because it's not going to be how you guys think that it's going to be. Okay, everything right now is being invigorated at a soul level, meaning your soul already knows the more refined energies, okay, of unity and unconditional love and light, in it's light body. The when the cells become activated within the physical body, um, it's like, this is when you're turning into the butterflies from the cocoon. Okay, so this is the process that you have to go through. Literally like going through a refining of yourself and letting go of the things that you used to do and who you used to be. Okay, so within basically, um you know the soul already knows, the soul already recognizes the the refined energies of these higher realms. Okay, it's the body, that basically is trying to acclimate as far as on a cellular level in order to be able to catch up, okay, with the physical body. um just like the butterfly analogy, going from the caterpillar to the butterfly, the new upgraded human being, okay, is what we're becoming. Okay. Before we incarnated, we each chose our families, okay, according to the gene pool, the bloodline, the birthplace, the exact moment to incarnate into the exact vessel, okay, that we were going to be in. So, this is what we need to wake up and remember. okay? Because when we knew that we were coming into this family at this particular time, you know what I'm saying? Then we were, thereby entering the illusion. We were entering the game at that time. We were entering into the matrix when we did that, okay? And like I said before, the body, it basically it's comprised of, all of us that already know that what is, let me see, what how can I say this? You, if you listen to your body, because this is kind of about listening to what your body is telling you about certain things. If you craving some salt, your body probably needs some salt. If you crave, if you're thirsty and you keep drinking pops and other things, then you need water. You know what I'm saying? This like common sense things, but these are things that you need to do preparing with your body to prepare for this shift, okay? Because like I said before, the body is comprised of all that is, okay, and it already knows what it needs to do in order to ascend. It has already gone through it, okay. So it knows how to reassimilate everything that needs to happen in order to get through this. So because there is an instantaneous communication between the body and all that is, okay. So because a lot of us, we work out and we think about our bodies, but we're not really allowing our bodies in on the conversation or in on the equation when we are trying to make these decisions, okay. But the body will naturally take over and do what it's going to do, okay. So it's because there's an instant communication between your body and with spirit, if you pay attention to it, okay. And so in addition to whatever other spiritual practices that you may be doing, let us also cultivate a better relationship with our physical vessels, okay. Because that's very important, because we need it in this realm, okay. And so can we say that we devote as much time to considering the body's perspective, on this experience? How well do we know our own body? You know what I'm saying? How well will it take us to heal ourselves from something that might happen to us? You know what I'm saying? How well do we know what things we can eat that are not going to agree with our bodies? Well do we know what we might become allergic to all of a sudden? I was just talking to my cousin who has never been allergic to shellfish or seafood of any kind, and now all of a sudden you have developed an allergy to it. So these are the things where we need to be more acquainted with our physical bodies as well. How easily can you heal your own boo-boos, your own boo-boos, scrapes and cuts, okay? You know what I'm saying? Do you notice when you are like overworking yourself? You know what I'm saying? When you just overloading yourself and you just keep going. And if so, are you giving your body the rest that it needs? When you're burned out. Have you noticed that when your body is on overdrive, it will literally shut down on you? Okay, because it knows what it needs. I say that to say this: the body understands the ascension process, okay? It's already participating in it as we speak. So just like it knows when, it's out of energy and it needs to rest, it's going to rest regardless. And if it needs to rest, like I said, you'll fall asleep standing up. I've done it before. I remember when I worked third shift before and I was doing work and I was so tired. I didn't even realize that my ass was standing up. You know what I'm saying? Sleep. How in the hell are you sleep standing up? I wasn't leaning up against nothing or nothing. I was just standing there sleep. And so, you know what I'm saying? Your body will shut down on you when you're not paying attention to what it's telling you, because your body is telling you things too and does not want to be left out of the equation of this ascension. Okay. So, unfortunately, even though the ascension is spiritual, the body is coming along with. Okay. And the body is also going to be affected by the transformation. Okay. That's the whole point of the butterflies, okay, and the people's changes in diets and what you like and what you don't like, not, what you don't like, you know what I'm saying? And so basically, start paying attention to what your body is basically trying to tell you. because, you know, it's going to get what it needs regardless, or nobody is going anywhere. You're not experiencing anything. Okay. So basically, you know, if you're ignoring it, your body is waiting for, you know, us to catch up, basically ascending with the earth. Okay, which is, you know, why our diets have changed a lot, like I said, which is, you know, a lot of our likes and dislikes and the things that we used to do, you know, we've changed. Okay, this is your body aligning with the new earth energies. Okay, because your body already knew what to do, because, you know, it's already programmed into every cell in the DNA. So, you know, it's us being stuck in the mind, which is so powerful for us. You know, but not always the best place for us to be, you know, running around in. So, this is so good. So, you know, there are some things, you know, some of which are currently within your grasp, okay? You know, that will help you connect more with your body. Okay. So, you know, lots of things within your grasp right now that will help you make a better connection with your body. Okay. You know, I'm not going to make any suggestions. I mean, you know, for me, I like taking baths. I like stretching. I like yoga. You know what I'm saying? But I like a lot of other things too. You know, so there's a lot of different ways, whatever works for you. Understand that your body is an important part of your spiritual journey. And the further down this path that you get, the more that you're going to watch your body change. Okay. So what else did I write down here? Um, yeah, some of the things that you want are currently within your grasp. Okay. And your body gets it. It knows the process of ascension. You know, it is your mind and your emotions, okay, that need to be freed from the matrix at this point. You know what I'm saying? I have been told that the details, um, of how the spirit body alignment will take place will become clear in hindsight. Okay, so the details of the spirit body alignment will take place and then will become clear in hindsight. Okay, so this is one of those things when spirit is showing me something, okay, and they're saying, you know, it's just important, listen to what I'm saying, that you have to align your body with your spirit. So when you, because I've been noticing, like, why am I up craving foods and stuff that I wouldn't normally eat? Sometimes that's a spirit coming in and they want you to eat certain shit, you know what I'm saying? They're craving shit. Make sure that you're not giving in to a lower self craving, but also don't make of whatever it is, your food or your diet or whatever it is that you eat or you have like vowed not to eat, also don't make of that a religion. Okay, so be very discerning of whether or not that it is your spirit's asking you to feed, you know, let me try this through you, because literally this is what it is, like your higher self, your little spark of God saying, let me experience this world through you, let me see it through your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what love feels like, let me know what it feels like to get hurt. Okay, let me know what a hamburger tastes like, let me know what this ice cream tastes like after you sprinkle the strawberry stuff on it. Okay. Good morning, Michael Johnson. So you know what I'm saying? Some of the things, you know, that are, you know, that you want are within your grasp, okay? And your body knows how to get it. And we just need to start paying more attention to our body. Because like I said, I was told that the details as to how this spirit body alignment um is going to take place, it's going to come more clear and clear in hindsight. So right now, they are telling me to tell you to just relax, okay? Become one with your body in whatever way you do that. I mean, I think yoga would be a good idea. You know what I'm saying? And I love hot baths, or you prefer showers, or whatever it is that helps you feel connected with your body, because what's happening is that your spirit is trying its best to align with the physical body. Okay, so it may be a little bit uncomfortable. It may feel like ecstasy. Okay, but just relax, become one with your body. Okay, look out, allow your body to look out at the world through your eyes. Okay, or you look out through the spirit's eyes. Okay, because that's what's moving into you, your spirit. Okay, your God self, your highest self, the larger non-physical self is now attempting to enter the body. Okay, and she's telling me it is your pretty brown eyes that she wishes to look through. So whoever this is that um this is a message for someone specific, okay, who has a female guide. It doesn't have to be female, but the voice sounded very female. So because I was saying, you're gonna look through their eyes, but really they are embodying, they are coming into the physical body. And more, people are going to become more and more radiant and more stand out more and more. They're going to become more and more creative. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to recognize these people, okay, because it's just something special about them. They glow. They're bringing something that's new. They know what they're talking about. And not only that, I mean, you can feel what they're talking about. It's not like, I, there's no doubt, there's no lack of trust there. You don't feel judgment there. You don't feel that you wouldn't be understood here. Okay, so these are your teachers that you should be being led to at this time, because for some reason people seem to think that they have all the time in the world. Okay, but this is how it's written in the story every time. And so for those of you who do want to use this time wisely, just take heed to the messages that are coming through. Okay, all of them are not coming through the messenger. Okay, understand that they are just the messenger. Okay, and so I would encourage you to heed the words. Okay, because I feel like what came through tonight was some warnings and something about, I don't know, I'm gonna go back and listen to it, but I don't know why I'm getting like some Noah's Ark type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what came through, but it was pretty serious. Okay, so maybe I'm tripping, but because the moon is really, really full tonight, you guys. Now my thing is, I don't even know, because all I know is mine started on the first. And the emotions and the way that it was going to affect me, it affected me the strongest on the first. Okay, and so like I said, I get things a little bit earlier because there's something wrong with y'all's timeline over here. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that this is how people like me like end up in your timeline, and they want to call us an oracle when really we just a regular person that saw something, you know what I'm saying, and is getting shown something, like, because I was thinking about Harriet and how she got like knocked in the head with something when she was young, and this is after that she started being able to like get the messages from God. And at the same time I got cracked in the head too. Didn't get cracked in the head, but like cracked my like basically cracked my little head on a wheelbarrow. And I remember seeing the blood, and I had stitches right up over my left eye, just like that. And ever since I was little, ever since I can remember, since I was young, I've been telling my mom what I see, and I can see things, and I've been able to interpret a lot of things, but I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. And now some of my other gifts are beginning to develop, and I ain't even gonna lie, some of the stuff is kind of scary. It's like, damn, because when I got home from out of town, I come to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom, I sit down, and all of a sudden I see like this big drop. It looks like just one single drop of water that like splashed on the floor, like right next to me. But it was like in another realm, because it was not water, it wasn't wet, but I definitely saw it, and I was like, what in the hell was that? But then I felt like, oh shit, my new, because I had been knowing that some of my new gifts were going to be developed, and I'm excited about it at the same time. And I really try my hardest not to, confuse awe with fear. And so, with some stuff when it started happening, you are fearful. But one thing I can say is when I saw Santa Muerte and she came to my altar, there was no fear at all. Like I saw her, she let me see her, and her feeling was of a motherly, protective spirit. There was nothing to be scared of. And so, people don't be knowing what they're talking about. But I try to control my emotions, the words that I speak, the things that I declare, and how strongly, because I have very strong emotion. Okay, but I can go to 0 to 100 real quick, and I need to learn how to direct that better. It's like that little girl on the movie Firestarter. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever saw that, it's kind of like that. I remember, well, I ain't finna tell no stories, but maybe I'll tell y'all the story one day. But basically it's about a key. You know what I'm saying? It's about a key. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to come and remind you guys, you know what I'm saying, that your spirit is literally moving into the vessel. And so you may be feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, but allow this to happen. Because as the spirit is moving into the body kind of knows what's happening. And it's going, the spirit, as it comes in, it's going to begin to wake up every cell in your body. So there's going to be a lot of changes in your body, you know what I'm saying, in the way that you look. And you know what I'm saying, the details as to how this alignment is going to actually take place. They said it won't become clear until in hindsight. So it's like a blind leap of faith that some people have to take going forward. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that their spirit is aligning with their body. Okay, so just relax, become one with your body. Okay, look out through the eyes of your spirit and soul, which have connected. Okay, this is why your heart chakra was expanding, in order to connect with your ajna, which is third eye. Okay, and so that spirit could look out at the world through your pretty brown eyes. Okay, so enjoy the ride. Okay, we have been listening to Kaizen Blue. This is his playlist. Okay, I thought this song was called "I Know What I Deserve," but it may be a remix. It's called Memories. I suggest checking out the entire playlist. I will list his channel under here if you like this kind of vibe. Anybody that knows me, they knows I'm all about vibes. I'm all about energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, I can tell a lot by just listening to a person's voice, and what nothing irks me more than someone using a fake voice and a fake persona and a fake personality. Okay, that just it just really does something to me. Okay, you know what I'm saying, because I know some women who have like some deep voices, you know what I'm saying, and then I know some women who have very soft and just deep voices, and I love, oh my god, I love men who have deep voice. It's just there's certain things, but voices tell me a lot because I'm clairaudient. And so when I hear your voice, I can pick up a lot, and I can pick up a lot from seeing you face to face or seeing a picture. How I got into that, I don't know. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna end this live. Okay, I don't know how long I've been on here. I hope that something that was said during the live will be truly helpful for you guys. Okay, and until we meet again, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Peace. Many blessings to you guys. They will begin to appear very soon. And so it is. Ashe.